Welcome everybody to the seasonal diet, eating what our ancestors ate when they ate it, like we were evolved to do. The history of pickling. So for any civilization basically that has progressed past their hunter-gatherer phase, some sort of food preservation is necessary. When humans start to have jobs and things to do, they can't just go out and hunt and gather food all day anymore. I think that actually sucks, and I would rather be a hunter-gatherer than working in some damn farm. But, some people believe that civilization is an advancement from the hunter-gatherer lifestyle, so let's just assume that and speak as if that is true. If that is the case, and you're in a civilization, you can't be out gathering food all day because you're busy building some asshole's pyramid, okay? So you need to have foods preserved that you can just pull out when it's time to eat. One of the many ways to preserve foods is pickling. We have evidence of pickling being done almost 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, and we have used it all the way up until today. And if you pickle something by fermenting it in vinegar or brine historically, and the recipe has pretty much not changed in 5,000 years, and it actually makes foods tasty too. I like it. Now, vinegar sounds like a more modern thing made in a lab, but most people don't know how old vinegar actually is as a preservation method. Babylonian scrolls have reference to what we think is vinegar from up to 7,000 years ago. They called it the poor man's wine, basically, and you can make it from almost anything, any fruit or vegetable, ferment it into alcohol, and you let some oxygen in there, and it enables the bacteria to produce amino acid and turns into water and other compounds, and there you go, vinegar. I'm not a scientist, I don't know how you make it, but that's the basic idea. So super simple, and it's as old as civilization itself. It is in our ancestral diet for all of us. The question is, which season do we eat it in? Well, it depends on your ancestry. If you're from a tropical region, for example, they really did not have a big need for pickled items because there are things growing all year round that they can just pick from a tree or hunt. If you're living in the more Mediterranean, type climates, you do have a winter, but it's not that long. So maybe you ate pickled things for 3-4 months out of the year. If you go to the northerly, cooler places like where I'm from, there's 6 months out of the year where there's nothing really growing. So my ancestors have definitely had pickled things in their diets for half the year almost, and that's also why we find a lot of these pickling recipes from the north of Europe and in the cooler places in the world. Cucumber, beetroots, pickled fish, sauerkraut, things like that. You can look into your own ancestry and see what types of pickled things they would have eaten, but yeah, it is applicable for all of us.